Look at us two buds on the couch.
Hmm.
And this is, of course, your new podcast studio. It's been upgraded since the last time we were here.
Yeah, we moved.
Been
Quick
remodeled. To me.
To me. That's nice.
That is nice. I love a good pub ale.
What are we talking about?
Something very bad is going to happen.
Yeah.
You're right. Something very bad didn't happen in the last episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Season 1. Episode 4?
Sure.
Yeah. This episode was much better than the last episode. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
It was a more solid episode, but it's the exact point in a horror movie or a horror story where it's no longer scary.
Yeah.
The tension during the VHS scene was there and remained, but now I don't know if I'm afraid of anything anymore.
I do feel like I liked... I feel like episode 1 was a high water mark. Mm-hmm. And it goes to what I was saying after that episode, is it was just a series of horror shorts. And as soon as we went to the confined area, it's still been good, and I've still very much been enjoying it, but it lost some of that anything can happen type of magic.
Yeah. I do think the twist on the Yes Man. His name is Yes? No. It's the Sorry Man. The Sorry Man.
Yeah.
Jesus. I was like trying to remember the scene. What did he say? I'm like, why would he say yes? The Sorry Man. I thought that was a great twist. I thought it was not original Shyamalan level of twist, but it was definitely very good, and it made the whole thing kind of come together, and I thought that was great. I still wonder what the motives of the family are, though. That's where I'm still in a mystery, and maybe there's more there. There obviously is probably some more there. I like that they leaned into your... she does have some sort of special powers. There is some mystical level there where she knows that there is something bad that's happening.
Very bad.
Something very bad. Did you catch why they have the curse? Whole part when he was having that conversation. And I'm wondering if there is an explanation. I don't feel like there was an explanation. I feel like it was just like, my family has this curse. Oh, it was a deal he made to live forever, wasn't it? It must be.
Yes? Question mark?
We do a lot of research on this show.
In fact, you told me on the way over that we were going to do this today.
Oh, yeah, I did not. I didn't even... I think I told you...
So if I
10 minutes ago, 15 minutes
sound
ago.
more unprepared than normal...
But I mean, you should have been prepped last week. But
well, yes and,
and
no.
then I was
yes
sick.
and no.
I was a
yeah.
bad boy, and I canceled. I said, nope, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, what other highlights of this ep? I love the actor that plays this old Greek dude. Is he Greek?
I thought so.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
He's super fun. I love how he stabbed her in the leg with the fork. Though, is that getting even? Because he did spread this curse to her family. I feel like he lives forever. She at least gets a stab in there as like penance. I think that would be fair.
Would you want to live forever?
If you had asked me 10 years ago, or maybe even 4 years ago, or maybe even 2 years ago, I would have said yes. I don't know anymore. It does seem like things are getting worse.
Yeah, but when I die, there's going to be some show I really want to finish.
That is the funniest thing I do think about. I go, what if I don't get to finish that show? Like, as I'm getting older, I'm going to start a show and I'm not going to be able to finish it. And that's pretty tough. It's a dumb thing to find tough, but I absolutely am going to find that tough.
If God is a just God, when you die, you will be able to map out the things that you get to finish before you really pass over. You get to finish the last season of The Americans, and you get to watch the new Jordan Peele movie, and you get to hear the new whatever album, and you can make a little list of things you know are about to come out. You can't do a thing like, I'm going to hear Chinese democracy and stay alive forever. That's cheating.
Yeah. I feel like it would be like my dream way to go in this scenario would be to have us have finished a show. We're doing the pod about the show, and then we sign off. I don't click stop streaming or stop recording. That just keeps going, and both of us just pass.
You want to die together?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that what best friends
that'd be
do?
kind of cute.
Yeah. I feel like we finished a
cute.
great show. We're talking. It'd be like
Yeah.
if we just finished Breaking Bad and we got to
Yeah.
talk about Breaking Bad, and then we just like both kind of smiled at each other because we knew that this is time, and then just went.
Boom.
Just like that. Just like drinking dragon tears. Okay, so we're slightly off topic.
What else happened in the app? What else went on?
The doctor tried to kill the sorry man. They had a hilarious battle because she was like, I don't want to deal with either of you right now. And then they had a great car ride home where she was like, yeah, that's pretty fucked up what happened to you. Like, I just want to acknowledge that and move on. And she has that with her dad, too. She goes, I'm sorry that this happened to you. That sounds awful, but you're handling it horribly. Which, yeah, he does kind of... It sounds like he just basically ran away.
Yeah. Sounds like he sort of ducked out. Which, I don't know. Does that inform...
Who sent him the invitation? The Greek dude?
Was it the Greek dude?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Because he got that random invitation.
Yeah.
And he replied, please don't do it. Which, again, that doesn't... The curse... Does the curse, like, kick in when you're 24 hours from your wedding? Because the way he made it sound was like, you have this amount of time until you die. You either find the person you love or you die. There's no, like, oh, I'm going to put it off. Oh, I remember why the curse happened. It's because he was given this. He found the love of his life, the Greek dude. And they said, whoever he met, whatever witch or whatever put it on him, he said, if you found the person you love, you'll live forever. If you don't, then they'll die. And then he just chickened out at the last minute. And then now he's cursed to forever watch his family have the same curse. That doesn't sound like a very good explanation.
No.
Maybe the twist is weaker than I thought.
Was this the halfway point? Are there 8 eps?
There are 7 eps, I believe.
Oh, 7? Okay, so we're past halfway.
Maybe it is 8. But I think it was 7. I think is what we figured out. But what... I feel like just a bunch of the suspense is now gone. Because this seems so clear to me. Like, what's your decision? Like, you're either going to die or you're not.
And we know from the opening shot that she does go and...
She does go through with the wedding.
She's at least walking down the aisle. We
down the
don't
aisle.
see her say, I do. So I guess a little bit of suspense there. But
Now, so if she doesn't get married, doesn't he die also?
yes.
Or doesn't he die? Isn't that the... Like, she has to make this decision in 48 hours.
Yeah, the story to me is less interesting than the vibes that they were giving off with the very first episode.
Well, I mean, the vibes continue to be great. The mood of the show is tremendous.
Yes.
That was one of the better VHS horror scenes I've seen in a while. In something found footage horror, if you will, because you did. Again, we've got another scene, cabin in the woods. We've seen the bathroom that we saw earlier, And all of those just kept leading you up to thinking something was going to happen, like we were going to witness a sorry man situation. We, of course, got to meet the serial killer ice cream man. Sorry, not ice cream, custard. He doesn't make ice cream.
Sure. Right. It's an important distinction back east.
You don't want to tell. Look,
Yeah.
don't tell him it's ice cream. Yeah, that scene was great. That entire setup was great. The episode name being The Witness was great. Him being the witness, tremendous. I don't know where this goes from here. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, there's still something going on with this family. Is it just that they're this insane and this self-centered? Because there's got to be, like, there's more apps. There's more to...
Yeah.
She's just going to have some serious sit-downs with him to decide whether he's really her one true love.
To Mom's conversation with our protagonist about how they will not be seeing that much of each other. And I think at this point, yes, you can explain that away with the cancer, but it seemed a little bit more loaded than that. It seemed a little bit more sinister.
I think that was just her being affected by the cancer, though. Like, I think she was non-lucid at that moment.
I think that's a completely appropriate way to explain that away, but I still think there's something going on there.
Is it possible for him to have one true love when he's so still attached to his mother?
I think that's a good question. I think what is his name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Fiance,
Rachel. That's
boy.
I remember her name.
Yeah,
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
And the yes man. Yes man. I mean,
is Rachel's fiance a good guy or a bad guy? And I'm still waiting for that bad guy twist, which I still think is coming. He's a little too doe-eyed all the time for it to be straight across, pitch down the middle.
Do we get a horror movie within a horror movie where he is her perfect match? And then they get married, but then another horror happens with the family?
That could happen. I could see that.
Are we going to bring up the fact that his brother's wife is his ex-girlfriend?
Are we? Do you mean you and I?
No, the show.
Oh, the show.
I'm pulling for them like they're my team now. That's why I'm using the royal we.
That does seem to be a huge hanging chad to never bring back up again.
Are they just going to have one giant therapy session where she's like asking him all these questions to find out if he's the one for her?
I think it would be a pretty cool move for them not to bring it back up, but it just seems like too big of a potential plot point.
Yeah, but I feel like it's too much of a... They brought it up enough times that at this point it would be like dropping a plot point in my mind.
Well, it informs the character and how they interact with each other. You could absolutely leave it alone, and it would still be an interesting... Sure. Yeah, I think it actually might be more interesting to just leave it alone.
Like, I guess my big question is, what constitutes a perfect match? Your soulmate, I guess that's the word they're using.
Well, she's got to be voluptuous.
This is like the end of your Tiger Beat.
She's got to have that
quiz.
She's got to have that butt that just won't quit, right?
Which cast member of Clueless is your love?
I don't know Clueless.
I'm just saying that's the quiz you take. Remember the quizzes and the teen mags?
All right. How about what Saved by the Bell member is your soulmate?
Probably Kelly. I'm just like too cliche.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm leaning to. Yeah.
I mean, Showgirls was great.
Sure. Wonderful film.
Pills,
wonderful
caffeine
film.
Pills.
Yeah. Great app. Kelly Kapowski, not in Something Very Bad Is About to Happen.
No.
That we know of.
But she was in a USA television show not too long ago where she was the husband of the detective in it.
Husband or wife?
The wife, obviously.
The wife, yeah.
Correct. Thank you for fixing that for me.
No
Can't
problem.
believe I misgendered her like that.
Wouldn't that have been crazy? That would have been a film.
That
would have been a film.
USA. That
Oh my
is where the
goodness.
drama is.
Yeah.
It's the character television show channel. Is USA still around?
Is cable still around? We've been watching The Sinner, which was originally a USA show, but now you can just get it on Netflix.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
All right, I feel like I got off topic. Anything more to say about this episode?
No.
Yeah. The show's kind of dried up in a way. Like, it's still good.
Dried up sounds bad. I'm very much enjoying it.
It's
Dried
up
sounds
the
bad.
conversation is what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to find.
Part of this is just horror movies and shows in general, where the first ep is anything is possible, and as you continue down the movie or the show, you reveal more and more about the antagonist, and it becomes less and less scary, and probably ultimately less and less interesting. The first half hour of a horror movie is always more exciting, but I think in this particular case, that's even more so because of the broad setting
I think
that they took.
Yeah, I think you're right in that it's like it's slow. It's slowed. Like, obviously the suspense and the horror is going to slow down. It has to. But what kills me about this is that there's not much to discuss when it comes to the lore. You know me, I'm a huge lore guy.
You love a lore explorer.
And I don't feel like they'd have not told us enough about the lore to wonder about the lore. And they did spend way too much dialogue telling you here's the plot, instead of like us finding out some way. Like, it was cool that they gave us Rachel's history through this VHS. I don't think it was even necessary for her to say you were the kid, but I guess like that's what a character would say in that situation, so I'm not that bothered by it. They weren't using her to like explain it to us. But that dialogue where the witness tells us what the case is ruins a lot of horror movies, because there's whatever character that has to explain whatever said curse is. And it feels very Netflix in that they have to explain it 3 times to us to make sure that we understand what's going on. And I think it would have been cooler to like slowly find out pieces of that and let us wonder about the lore a little bit more than like, oh, here's the lore.
And I wish they were outside of the house a little bit more often.
Yeah.
You know, the house is cool. The house is interesting, but
the woods around the house are more terrifying. Like when they were pulling up to that cabin, like that was so terrifying in the VHS to me. The rest stop in the first episode was so terrifying to me.
The bar in the first episode.
Nobody in it.
If you're talking about like the top 5 scariest moments of this show, I think most of them are in that first ep, and they're in places that are not the house, even though the house is, and the outside of the house, yes, are scary. But
and we're going back to the house
to have the entire show in there. Now you're narrowing the scope just in terms of horror movie show. That's just how it goes, but also what they've set up here in terms of the setting, it kind of doubles down on that idea that it just becomes less and less interesting as the horror movie continues. So I'd like to get back outside. Let's get outside.
I would love to get outside.
Let's get outside.
I think we're going to go back to the family quite a bit more here in the next ep or 2. That's my guess. And I think that's the only story that's left.
I think I got what the family's doing.
Replacing the mom?
Let's go outside.
Okay.
Right now.
You and me?
Yeah, let's
This
go
is a
outside.
nice
Let's
day.
go outside.
We can go outside.
Yeah, let's go outside.
Okay.
All right, off we go. Stay gold.
Stay going, Ponyboy.
I actually want to stay inside and watch TV.